Apparently we are live. Hi guys, welcome to Glen. My name's Glenn and you're watching my YouTube channel recording my cryptocurrency journey. I've said this about a million times. I don't know why I always stutter and struggle to say it, but you're watching my diary of my cryptocurrency journey, and obviously I'm trying to just record what I'm doing and what mistakes I'm making, what I'm learning and what I'm doing right, what I'm doing wrong, my ups and downs. So if you want to follow that journey, please subscribe down below. I've had this target of 1,000 subscribers for quite a while now, and I think I'm almost there. We're almost at the 1,000 subscriber mark. Last time I checked we was at 950. So thank you for all the support. Oh, 944. So it was at 950. So I must have had a few people unsubscribe from me. Thank you to all the support, all the comments, messages, tips and advice. You can also follow me on Telegram. Gigabit says, "Good morning, mate. How are you?" I'm good, actually. Good, thank you. Yeah, all the people in Telegram, we're almost at 100 members on the Telegram group, which is great. So if you wanna join that, there's a little link in the description down below here somewhere. You can click on that and follow through to Telegram. Download the app; it's free. There's no advertising, there's nothing. No one gets anything from it. It's just basically like a WhatsApp group, but with a load of almost 100 people that are all talking about cryptocurrency. So feel free to join there and talk to me there. I haven't got around to getting through all my YouTube comments recently. It takes me a lot longer on YouTube to go through each comment one by one. So I need to do that probably at some point today. So I will get back to you if I haven't. So today's video is going to be about the ZClassic fork. Obviously, it happened the other day. Obviously for the Bitcoin private. And it went pretty much how I thought it would go. I said, if you've been watching my videos for a little bit, you'll know that I said in the videos a couple of times, I think, I assume all the exchanges will be slow, or by the time the money goes over, or if they work at all. And I said obviously that ZClassic was going to plummet. That's why I didn't want to risk too much into it, because I haven't got that much to spend. But I put a bit of money into ZClassic. I think all in total, well, I can tell you exactly actually. Through my HashFlare, they paid me out 0.1 of a Bitcoin, so 10% of a Bitcoin, which at the time when it was worth $10,000, obviously it equated to about $1,000. You can see here now I've got half that. I've got 0.05. And that was me just playing about, obviously, with exchanges and buying the ZClassic. So really, I've spent $500 on my total venture. Astray from my time says, "Hey," I believe it's 3 in the morning for him. So thank you for joining us so early in the morning. You're mad, actually. Just watch the video tomorrow. Go sleep. Yeah, so I've spent about $500. Now that is across 2 exchanges, as you guys may know. One is Trade Satoshi. If I show you my balance, I actually, straight after it all happened, Trade Satoshi went down completely. You couldn't even access the site. If you saw my video the other day, I even just trying to log into it, it kicks me out. It said I've tried logging in too many times, which I don't know why. So this website, and I've said it a few times, I won't be using this again. Trade Satoshi is pretty crap. Alright, they might be a new one, they might be upcoming, I don't know. I don't know much about Trade Satoshi, but I'm not a huge fan. Not a huge fan. So I had a little bit of Bitcoin in here left over from, oh, it's 4 AM now. Sorry, mate. Go sleep, go sleep. Yeah, so I had a little bit of Bitcoin left over in here because I transferred over enough money to buy a ZClassic. I only wanted to buy one on this site because I've never heard of it. I didn't know if I could trust it. So I thought, if I lose $100, then I'm not going to lose sleep over it. In British pounds wise, that's about £70. But I thought if I do get a Bitcoin private out of it, then it was worth it, depending on how much they're worth. So I had a little bit in there. I think I had the 9328 you can see here, but I actually sold the ZClassic once I could, and the going rate at the time was 0.001, which equated to about $10. So that ZClassic that I bought for $100 went down to $10. Let's see what they're currently trading for right now. I believe it's going to be probably closer to $8 now, but we shall see. Oh no, it seems to have gone up slightly. Oh, that's their high. The last one was, so it stayed about the same. So it's about, what's that, about $9 they're selling for, worth a Bitcoin. So, yeah, that's a 90% loss on that coin. So that is why this video is called ZClassic Fucked Me Over. Little play on words. That was actually suggested by one of the guys in the Telegram group. So I thought, yeah, I'll stick to that. But yeah, so that was one of the ways I was going to do it. The other way was obviously I bought some through Bittrex, as you may know. I actually bought more through them because I trusted Bittrex a bit more. And I actually transferred them into this Electrum wallet. I won't log into it now, but I've got 3.16 ZClassics in there, which means that I should be getting one whole Bitcoin private through Trade Satoshi, and I should be getting 3 once I copy the private keys over to the new Bitcoin private wallet whenever that gets released. As of this moment in time right now, it hasn't been released yet. So, and they did say it would take 2 days, but if you do exactly 2 days from when the fork happened, you're looking at 5 PM tonight. For me, it's 9 in the morning at the moment. So maybe I'll do another video later once it actually has happened, just showing you guys that I have received the Bitcoin private. If it hasn't happened by then I'll try and do it tomorrow, whenever that happens. Now, the annoying thing is with this website, and I wanted to point this out because I'm quite new to exchanges, so I used Bittrex once to buy some Verge, about $40 worth. So that just shows you my level of skill using exchanges. That's it. And I didn't actually know what I was doing at the time. So I've got this Bitcoin in here, and I thought, right, do you know what? I don't like this website. I don't trust them in particular. Not that they're doing anything wrong. I don't think they're a scammy website. It's just that obviously they're quite new and very slow. It seems to crash a lot. They only seem to have, apart from Bitcoin, the rest of them are quite shitty coins on here. I don't even know if they have like the top 5 on here, like Ethereum and Litecoin and stuff like that. It's just all random shit coins. So anyway, I thought, right, I'll withdraw my money out of here so then I can completely forget that Trade Satoshi happened. Obviously wait for my ZClassic to come through. Now I assume they're going to honour the fork, so they're going to give me the Bitcoin private, but judging from what I've read in comments, that can take weeks to happen. So it doesn't really matter what the price of Bitcoin private hits the doors at, because I'm probably not going to receive it from Trade Satoshi for a little while. So I've already taken that on board, and I'm saying this now so that people don't message me in a few days' time going, oh, Trade Satoshi have fucked you over. I predict that I'm not going to receive the Bitcoin private for probably 2 weeks or something like that. If I get it before that, then great. So I've gone to withdraw for my Bitcoin, and you can see here the amount that I've got, 0.0019. I've gone to try to withdraw it, but their minimum fee is 0.02 of a Bitcoin. So I can't withdraw this Bitcoin because the fee is higher than the Bitcoin. Even if I transferred over a bit more Bitcoin, it would just about cover the fee, so then I would end up with a zero balance. So there's actually no point me trying to withdraw this Bitcoin. Admittedly, it's only worth, well, $19, I would assume. It's good with the Bitcoin. When Bitcoin's worth $10,000, it's quite easy to work out. Obviously, you just, that would be 10,000. That would the next zero would be thousands. The next zero would be hundreds. The next zero would be tens. The next zero would be one. So that's $19. It's worth 11 and a half or 11 and a bit at the minute. Can you exchange it? Well, yeah, this is the thing, Travis. Someone said, well, why don't you buy like something else with it? So I had a little look. I thought, oh, maybe Ethereum. They haven't got Ethereum. Then I thought, oh, do you know what? I could get Ethereum Classic and wait for that fork on the 5th of May. They haven't got Ethereum Classic. They've literally got just shit coins. So, oh look, I can buy BitConnect. BitConnect! I love BitConnect. I hate that it happened to me. Mate, trade it for XRP and then send the XRP to Binance. Have they got XRP? XRP? Nope. I'm telling you guys, they sell. Oh, I've got Bitcoin Cash. I wonder what their fee would be to withdraw that. Their fee for Bitcoin Cash is quite low. It only costs 50 cents to transfer. They don't do Ripple, so I can't. Yeah, XRP. I can't do Ripple. Neo Gas. Neo. No Neo. So I've got $20 worth of Bitcoin, or $19 worth of Bitcoin. Mind you, it's probably $20 now. It's up 11 and a bit. Oh look, they've got some Verge. Hey, get in the Verge. I wonder what their fee is to. Well, it says 0.1, but I should be able to get quite a bit of Verge. So I'm probably better off doing that. I always check withdrawal. Yeah, that's something. That's a lesson that I've learned, Travis, actually. So again, obviously, I'm trying to vlog my Litecoin. I don't think they've got Litecoin. Let's try Lite or LTC. Ah, they have. Biggity bam. What's their withdrawal fee for that? 0.02. Litecoin's worth about $200. So that would be 20. So that'd be about $2. That's good. Yeah, do Verge. And then I could transfer that into my... well, I'm either going to do Litecoin or Verge, yeah. So, life lesson there, guys. When you're joining a new exchange or you're looking to buy something off an exchange, have a look to see what the withdrawal fee is before you give them the money, because it may work out the money you're putting in there you cannot get back out unless you do what I'm about to do. Now, obviously, I'm going to try and exchange Bitcoin for something else. That's going to cost me a commission, and then I've got to pay their withdrawal fee. So you're not going to end up with what you've got unless the price of that product goes up. So that's a life lesson. It's faster and cheaper than Bitcoin, Bittrex. So we've got 8 people watching the live stream, but only 2 people in the chat. What's going on, guys? You're all being shy this morning. So that's Trade Satoshi. That's where I'm at. So yeah, I'm gonna follow your guys' advice. Actually, thank you for that. I'm gonna exchange the Bitcoin for another coin, transfer it into my Exodus or something like that, just to get my $20 of Bitcoin out of there. Because I hate the thought of giving these guys $20 for nothing. They've already had $100 out of me for the ZClassic. Not that they keep it all, but you know what I mean. So far, lost money. Send it to GDAX, because then you can send it anywhere for free. Is it for free on GDAX? Is it? Because when I was looking at my accounts, I swear it says the last time you transferred money, it has like their fee that they charge. I don't think it's for free, but it is very low. But let me know. Let me know. So then the other one is Bittrex. Obviously, as we know, soon as the fork happened, the website was still operating, and actually people were buying and selling ZClassic, but they they closed the wallet, so I couldn't transfer my ZClassic from my Electrum wallet into Bittrex, and even if I could, I would imagine it would have taken hours anyway. But up until I think last night, it was still down. So it was down for a good day or so. So it weren't like just like a 5-minute thing. So basically, the price of ZClassic on CoinMarketCap actually stagnated for a while because it was an untrue reading. Really, you can see here now it's worth $10. But Bittrex, it was saying here it was worth $30 or something like that. But that's because no one could put any ZClassic in there to sell it. It was only the people that had it to sell, or people that were buying and selling it and staying in there, staying in the wallet, I suppose. So the price actually stagnated, whereas the rest kept dropping. So again, I've learned as well to not take what CoinMarketCap, although CoinMarketCap is an excellent website, you can't trust exactly what it says. It's just giving you a quick glance, a quick overview of what they believe the average price of things are worth at that point in time. So I'm saying like Bitcoin's worth 11 and a bit thousand. If we click on the actual Bitcoin markets, we can see here some of them are trading it for 11,029. There could be an issue with that exchange. It might be crashed, and that might be the price that it was from yesterday. Sometimes they withhold, like you can see all these little dashes here. So these exchanges, you can see they're sort of greyed out as well. They're not working out in the average, although they're in the same sort of ballpark figure. What happened with ZClassic was, one of them said, ZClassic was still worth $100. They took it out of the, how they work out their averages or whatever it is they do. So you have to look at that as well, because there might be an exchange that's selling it for like $12,000. And then there might be this one, Bittrex, is selling it for $10,900. And then obviously you have to take out fees as well. So again, it's just a overglance, just a view. Buy red, sell green. People will dump the coin after the fork, so it's neutral if you see a lot of if you see a lot of coins being forked. Yeah, I expected this to happen. I was hoping that what I was hoping would happen is I thought, because I bought mine a couple of days before the fork, I bought mine for about $120, and then I bought some more at $100. I thought the price would spike. I thought it would go up to $200 or something like that. And then obviously once the fork happened, it would drop. And I thought it would drop down to about between $60 to $80. That's where I thought the ballpark was of where it was going to drop. Then I looked back at past 3 months. I looked back at what it was worth sort of, October before. And it was actually worth about $8. And then I thought, oh shit, it could go down to, $8. And that's pretty much what's happened. But obviously I'd already bought in at that point and it was too late. The only saving grace that I've got now is obviously how much Bitcoin Private is going to be worth. Because currently I've got $20 in trade Satoshi. I've got, say my, what are they? My Electrum's got 3 ZClassic. Let's say I get $10 for each one, so that's $30. So I've got $50. Obviously, as I said at the beginning of this video, in my GDAX account, I had $1,000. Now I've got $500. So that means I'm about $450 down through this whole forking experience. That sounded quite clever. But I'm hoping, obviously, that Bitcoin Private comes out. I should receive 4 coins. Hopefully they're worth around the figure of $100 each, and then I've broke even. I've done a hard fork, I've been a part of it, and I've broke even from it. If I get that, I'd be happy. If I earn money from it, I'll be even happier. If I lose money from the whole thing, but it's not too much, then I won't be too bothered. This has taught me a lot in the space of 2 days. So, you know, we'll see what it's worth. If it comes out and it's worth $10, then obviously I'm going to be completely gutted. I've literally just spent 500 quid in a week for nothing, really. Monero will go to 350, 360 after March the 14th and will be dumped because people will be rushing to buy more Monero 5. I know that I read that they were doing a Monero 2. I don't know about Monero V or Monero 5. You might keep one just hodl. Yeah, it all depends what they're worth, to be honest. It's really hard to say. If they come out and they're worth, like, I don't know, $300 each, then obviously I'm laughing. I'll be like, oh yeah. But this is why I wanted to do a video this morning, because it's all well and good doing a video after Bitcoin private comes out and that, you know, the price of it. Then I can sit back and go, yeah, it was all worth it. Yeah, I knew this would happen. I wanted to give like a live reaction of how I feel at this point in time. At this point in time, I feel very deflated about the whole situation. I feel a bit silly. Maybe I should have waited another day, because it went down to at one point the next day after I bought it, it went down to $60. I should have bought it then. Even then, I'd still lose $50 a coin, which means I would have lost $200 because I bought 4 coins. So I bought it because I came down one evening and it went down from $140, I think, $145. It went down to almost $100, and I thought, right, that's a good time to buy. It's dropped in price. I think it's going to go up. And then Bittrex said about 10 hours before, and I was watching a video and they were saying it's quite unprecedented. Normally when an exchange is going to honour a hard fork, they announce it like a day or two before, at least. Trade Satoshi obviously announced it a little while back, but Bittrex announced it 10 hours before. So you know, technically I could have just bought all 4 in Bittrex, left it in the account, like left it in my wallet, and I could have sold the second that it came up saying fork is complete. I could have sold them, and then I wouldn't be sitting here today with it's okay, mate, it's boosting your channel. Look at it that way. I don't know, actually. My videos, if I'm being completely honest, I get the most video. If I'd done a video right now saying HashFlare, I've earned this much off HashFlare, or HashFlare discount, anything with HashFlare in it, anything with Envian, generally gets a lot of views. Anything with Bitcoin, don't get any views. This whole ZClassic thing hasn't been as popular, but I don't care about that. I'm not doing video, I'm not chasing views. You know, I haven't even looked at my views for the last 2 videos. That's how much I'm not that concerned with views. This is a learning experience for myself. So when someone messages me in a couple of weeks' time saying, Glenn, I'm thinking about buying fucking, yeah, I don't know, Verge, because it's going to hard fork into Verge 2, or it's going to whatever, I can honestly say, well, what you need to be careful of is how much is the withdrawal fee. Make sure the money's in the exchange, you know, if they honour it, if they don't download an official wallet. Yeah, all this stuff now, obviously I've learned so much. So that was the whole point of me doing this video, or videos. And I hope obviously that's helped you guys out. I hope you've learned along with me. Some of you were already experienced in doing forks, so you were like, oh yeah, you want to do this, you want to do that. I didn't know nothing. I actually thought, how the hell do you get money from a fork? You know, I just didn't have a clue. So I've literally learned from scratch. I've now done it. We'll see what the coin's worth. I hate Verge. There is a lot of privacy coins with low supply. Yeah, I'm not a fan of Verge or anything like that. I literally put some money into Bittrex. You can see here my account actually. I had, I think, $40 or $50 worth of Bitcoin that I'd earned because the price of Bitcoin went up. I bought Bitcoin back when it was, at the point I got it, it was worth $7,000 or $8,000, and obviously it went up to sort of 10 and a half. So I thought, oh my, I'll trade in some Bitcoin, and then I thought I'll play about with an exchange, and I thought, well, what should I buy? And literally, I went onto this here, and I looked down. I looked at what was one of the top ones for that day. I clicked it, and Verge was up like 36%. Obviously, that John McAfee mentioned it. I know not to just trust what he says, but then on Twitter, I saw Verge pop up a few times. I thought, oh, this coin's been mentioned a few times and it's on the way up. I haven't even read their white paper. I don't know much about them. I literally just bought it off a whim because I thought it's $50. I don't really care. And that's literally why I own Verge. That is it. Don't do that. I see my money from ZClassic as a bonus. BTC people will make for it. I hope so, Open Spirit. I hope so. We shall see. We shall see. It really contrasting things people are saying on the internet. I've read articles saying Bitcoin private's going to be worth, eventually it's going to be worth $1,000 a coin. I've also read that it's going to be worth $10 a coin. People have said it's going to be worth whatever ZClassic was worth the minute before the snapshot. So at that point in time, I think it was trading for, if I'm right, $120. So then potentially they're worth $120. So we'll see. We will see if they're right or wrong. I don't know because this is my first fork. I have no idea of what that coin's going to be worth. It seems to have a good team. A good idea about it. Obviously, people love privacy coins, and this is a privacy coin that has the name Bitcoin in it. As long as it's developed right, and they did actually put on their Twitter, I wanted to show you guys. So they're giving like a news article about like what it aims to do, so people can read that. They've also said, after much deliberation with our team, miners and the community, we have decided to increase the block reward to 1.5 Bitcoin private with a halving every 210,000 blocks per year, a year. You can read more about this. So I don't know how that affects the coin. They're upping the amount of reward the miners get, but that coin has to come from somewhere. So where does that come off of from other people? I don't know. Same thing will be seen on Monero in a few days. There is supposed to be another fork with ZClassic coming soon. Really? Well, if it is, I might just keep hold of my free because they're worth $30. I don't really want $30 at the minute, so yeah, might be worth keeping hold of. Did you say Finance was going to honour the Bitcoin side of the fork? Binance, not Binance. Bittrex. Bittrex said on the 10 hours before the fork happened, they said we will honour it. At that point, I'd already kept mine in the wallet, and I've learned about how to get hold of your private keys. I've also learned how to transfer your private key onto a USB stick, which I've done to keep it safe from anyone hacking my laptop and getting hold of it. So it's been a complete learning. I felt like I've learned more about cryptocurrency in the last, I would say, 72 hours than I've learned since day one, because really all I'd sort of looked into was mining, and obviously that brought me onto Envian and HashFlare, and a lot of my videos were getting stagnate. I was just talking about them all the time, and obviously recently, this week, I've only talked about ZClassic. I will do videos that are just for HashFlare and are just for Envian once something happens. So just to move on to that, actually, Envian posted this today, or was it yesterday? Oh no, it's a couple of days ago actually. I didn't see this. I didn't see it until today. So this is Blockchain Life. They've tagged Envian in it. ICOs in 2018 that raised 1,883,000,000 so far. The top 10 in 2018. Envian number one. They raised $100 million. Then you've got Neuromation, Cryptorium, Swissborg, Irongo, a lot of ones I've never heard of. I heard of Fusion. and that's it. I haven't heard of any of the others. Envian, the #1 of 2018, money raised in an ICO. So that's quite a good title to hold. That would, for me, I'd be like, oh, what's that Envian then? You know, if I'd never heard of it, same as I've never heard of these others, I'd be thinking, oh, so you're always going to look at #1, aren't you? That's the one everyone wants to see. You think, oh, what's Envian then? So that's going to hopefully bring more people to it. Let's have a little look at what price they're doing on the exchanges at the minute. Let me just refresh that because I'll talk about them in a minute. No, it's kicked me out. Fantastic. Envian. Still, they were up to 80 cent yesterday, but down to 79 cent. It did have a big pump for some reason. It happened very quickly. I saw it all. Loads of people were commenting on it on the Facebook page, like, oh, Envian's now worth 140. It's going up. It's going up. It's going to be $2 by tomorrow. It went up to 147 and then dropped back down. I don't know why. I don't know what bit of news came out or what happened, but it happened literally very suddenly. But it's hovering now around about the 80 cent mark, so hopefully that'll go up soon. I think once they put in there the total circulating supply, then it'll work out the total market cap. That'll push us up the coin market cap listings, although the coin's only worth 80 cent now. But again, once they start paying out as well, I think that's going to be, I think that's going to push up as well. So what are you guys saying? And Cryptopia said they will honour the fork too. Yeah, I didn't think about using Cryptopia at the time. You know, someone did message me and said, Glenn, use Cryptopia. But I'd already gone ahead with Trade Satoshi. I'd already had an account with Bittrex. I've already got an account with Binance. I've already got an account with, what's another exchange? Is it Poloniex or something? So I thought, oh, do you know what? This is getting too... I thought, no, I'll leave the ones I've got because you can't... You know, it's all well and good spreading your money everywhere, sort of diversifying, if you like. But you're diversifying it with things that you don't know about or don't trust. It's a bit risky, isn't it? So, yeah, that's my view. So, yeah, I feel a bit deflated at the minute, but this could all change literally later on today. It could change, you know, in the next few hours. Soon as Bitcoin Private comes out, if the application for Binance goes through and it goes on there, that's going to pump the price up. So therefore, then I'll be thinking, oh yeah, I'm glad I did the fork, you know. Or it could come out and it could be worth $20, $30. Then I'll think, God, that whole thing's cost me $500. So we'll see. We'll see. How did you put key on USB? I need to do that. I'm only on day 4 of my crypto journey. Well, thank you for watching my videos, Open Spirit, if you're quite new to cryptocurrency. So this is based on just my Ethereum wallet because I don't know how to do it with any other ones. I assume they're the same, but this is a wallet that I downloaded. So you can see here, this is my ZClassic. Do you have Exodus Open Spirit? Do Exodus. I don't think they give you private keys. Get ready for Monero 5. It will hit in 2018. The best privacy coin reasons. Monero has an infinity supply, while Monero 5 has a finite supply. Monero seems to be one of the most popular privacy coins. You hear a lot of people talk about. John McAfee, I watched a video about him, and he was saying that if you look at, you know, I know this is bad to use them, but criminal activity, gangsters, drug dealers, if they try and move any money online, it's always with Monero. And if they can't be caught with it, then maybe that's a good thing. And if they are bringing one out which has a finite supply, then yeah, that will probably push the price up quite a bit. So anyway, if you've got this Ethereum wallet, all you would do is you would go File, Wallet, Private Keys, and you would click Export. Now I can't show you that because the second I clicked Export, it will show you all my private keys. And what you're going to do is you're going to click Save and it will say, what do you want to save the file as? And I think it already selects it for you. You want to save it as a CSV file. It's like a Word document. Save it on your desktop or whatever. And that's got a list of all your wallet addresses and your private keys beside it. It separates them a bit, and then you have your private key for that address. Once you do that, it's just a Word file, so you can just literally move it. I just put my USB stick in, dragged it across, put it on that, and then I deleted it off my desktop, and now it's on my USB stick. So it's really that easy. It's really easy to do. It sounds complicated, but it's not. Try to get a Ledger Nano ASAP, as it is more secure as a hardware wallet. Yeah, that's why criminals use Monero, as it's untraceable. IP address can't be traced, as transactions are not in the blockchain. Yeah, it tends to be the most widely regarded best privacy coin, as from what I have read and what I've seen on YouTube and stuff like that. Everyone seems to love Monero, so we'll see what happens with the price of that. I suppose that's a good shout. I suppose I wonder if Trade Satoshi has Monero. No, fucking Trade Satoshi shit. So that's it really, guys. Envying are also at LA doing a meeting with investors. This was a few days ago where Lorette was speaking to him. I don't know if that's what pushed the price up, because obviously he probably did like some sort of speech, or yeah, I gave it a big sales pitch, and maybe some people bought it there and then. Also released an update video, so I watched that update video, finally got around to watching it, not yesterday, day before I think, and I was really busy yesterday, and a lot of people said in the group chat, oh, Glenn's been missing today. I tried to reply back to people's messages from earlier in the day, but it was like 12 o'clock at night. But I was really busy all day yesterday. He basically said in the video that they're still doing the KYC process, and they're pretty much done everyone who paid with Ethereum and Bitcoin, but there were still 2,000 people with Bitcoin. They've unlocked the token or sent them an email out to click follow this link to unlock the tokens, and they haven't replied. So he said that there's 2,000 people out there that haven't unlocked their tokens, and it's their own fault, if you like, or they haven't got round to doing it. He suggested that check your spam folder, check your whatever junk folder to see if they're in there. He mentioned about a big shipment of equipment arriving, GPUs and that. And then he said that the units they're making, they're going to kit them out with all the GPUs and everything, and they're going to put them in a dust-free zone and start mining with them straight away, like instantly. As soon as they're off the production line, they start mining, and then from that it can be picked up, put on a truck, and then it can be sent somewhere else, but it will start mining the second that it's ready to go. So that's good news. I thought that was a really interesting fact. And they also said about they're also getting a lot of sort of interest in areas that they never thought they would. So energy companies are actually approaching them, because you got to think the energy companies, they've got all this electricity left over, like solar panel farms. I don't know if you guys know, but I didn't know this. Solar panels, when they generate electricity from the sun, obviously everyone in that area or that town or whatever uses their electricity. Solar panels have some left over, so there's this electricity that's just sitting there doing nothing, like literally nothing, and the energy companies will literally give it to anyone for like pence, really cheap, because it's just doing nothing. Obviously Envying are saying like, look, can we come to your place and can we set up these containers, plug them in, and can we sort of multiply them, all that sort of stuff. But the energy companies are saying, well, actually, if you're making £13 million a month with these MMUs or whatever, can we just buy the MMUs off you and like you make them for us? So they're getting energy companies approach them now. This is from my understanding. Correct me if I'm wrong. They're getting energy companies approach them and saying, well, can you make us some MMUs, mine this cryptocurrency, we sell it for a day, a profit, with the electricity that we get for free, and obviously Envian are doing that, but now they're saying, now the energy companies are approaching us saying, yeah, well, can you actually oversee it all, and can you manage it, and can you be an advisor on our energy board, and stuff like that. So they seem to be getting, which I think is good. The more involved they get in the energy market, the better connections they make, better deals they could probably get. That's my opinion. We'll see what actually happens with it. But I've still got high hopes, and I'm really happy with Envy. And forgetting the price, I'm quite happy. And once we start receiving these pairs, oh yeah, and that's another topic he brought up. So he said that they're having an audited, outside audited team come in, and they're going to audit how much money the MMUs generate, what the total costs are, what are the profits that come out of it, take out tax and whatever, take out all the costs and fees, and then whatever's left in that after all that calculation, they're going to say, right, this is what's fair to give to your token holders, and that is what will go into a pot, and that was what will get spread out to 125 million people, token holders, sorry, or tokens. I'll get it right in a minute. So that's what's happening. I think that's a good thing. And he said that they're gonna their report will be public, so we'll all be able to see it. We'll be able to read it and say, right, that's how much it costs for that. That's how much it costs for that. Which I think is fantastic. There's a lot of coins at the minute, or a lot of businesses that are doing stuff, and we hear it a lot. Oh, they're not publishing their audits, and oh, then like USDT, which I think is also pronounced Tether. They say for every one coin that someone buys, it's backed by $1, so that's why it's always worth about $1. Sometimes it dips a little bit below, sometimes it goes a little bit over, but every time it hits that, another coin gets generated, so that they're always worth $1. They don't. Someone's audited them, and they're not making it public to anyone. So someone's come along and added up, obviously, all the figures and how much they've got in their bank and how much US dollar they got, and they're not making it private. So this will make you think, oh, they've got something to hide. Otherwise, you would share it with everyone. Whereas Envy are saying, we're going to make it public, so you're all going to be able to see it. If that's my understanding of it, hopefully that will happen. So I'm quite happy with Envy, really, so far. The only ICOs got in Icon and Envian. I have my money saving tip I'll share in the Discord later. I'm not actually on Discord, but you guys were all talking about it yesterday in the Telegram group. Some people saying yeah, do it. Some people saying no. Most of the FUD around Envian is to do with the KYC process, lock tokens. This crap aside, I think Envian will be the best crypto investment I've made. I hope so, Karen. I hope so. Please let it be. HashFlare. So obviously with the price of Bitcoin going up, it means that the fees technically have come down. If you understand what I mean by that. Oh, traffic lights. So it means that the amount of Bitcoin that I'm receiving each day has gone up very, very slightly. I'm not singing and dancing about it, but HashFlare still paying me out every single day. Their website was down for maintenance for one day. But other than that, I've now got 0.018 of a Bitcoin, so I'm almost going to have two. I can't withdraw it until obviously it hits 0.05. So almost halfway there, which is quite soon after obviously I made my last withdrawal. I haven't received any referrals at all, and rightly so, recently anyway, and that is because obviously the last few videos I've done, I have put HashFlare down. I've said it's not profitable at the moment if you're new into the space, and I was trying to word it like this. It is profitable for me because I got in there when it was cheap, when the difficulty was low, when the Bitcoin price was high. So it has been profitable for me. I do YouTube videos and people click on my link, I'll get a referral bonus. So for me, it has been profitable, and it'd be very easy for me to go, this is how much I'm earning, guys. Look how much I'm getting. Oh my God, I'm raking in it. And hopefully you guys will see that and then use my link even more, so I'll be earning more money. It would be more beneficial for me to be like that, to be another Crypto Nick and all those. But I've been honest and transparent, as I said I always will be, and I will try to be as honest and transparent with you guys as possible without compromising my own security, which I've recently had a scare. So they have been profitable, but I said in my video they're not for newcomers. Now at that time, the price I think was $2.20 per 10 gigahash. They've lowered their prices, so now it's like $1.80. Let's have a look. Yeah, $1.80. Yeah, so it's slightly more profitable now. Yeah. As well as that, we all got this email saying we are happy to announce a new discount campaign. Use the code HashFlare 18 Spring L10 at purchase to get a 10% discount for all contracts. This offer is limited. So as well as it being reduced to $1.80, you get 10% off that. So now out of that $1.80, you're going to get 18 cents off that. So you're actually going to pay closer to what I paid back in sort of end of November, December time. And the price of Bitcoin's going up. Now, I said in my video the other day, I just want to make this clear, I was saying HashFlare is not profitable at the minute, but all it would take is the price of HashFlare to go down and the price of Bitcoin to go up, and it will become profitable again. We need to do the calculations because I believe it's getting very close to being back to being profitable again, because the price has lowered and the price of Bitcoin is going up. Saying that, a disclaimer very quickly, I can't predict what's going to happen, and I'm not a financial advisor. This is not financial advice. I'm not telling you to rush out and buy HashFlare. The price of Bitcoin could drop today. I know PJ in the Telegram group was talking a lot about whenever the Dow Jones stock markets go down in price, generally Bitcoin follows it. That's his belief. And he said that as is normally 12 to 18 hours behind. So they was down yesterday, so he believes today they're all going to be down, which actually, looking at some of these, maybe he's right. As you can see there, that was worth 11,100 when I started this video. It's now worth 10.9. But still, if the price of Bitcoin does get up to sort of 10, 11, 12,000, and obviously HashFlare's fees stay low, then yes, I believe it will be profitable again. But saying that, it could be like that for a month, 2 months, 3 months, and then they could up their prices again. Bitcoin could crash down to 6,000 again. That could happen, so you have to bear that in mind. But for me, I've always stated that with HashFlare, it isn't about, for me, I don't care about the US dollar equivalent, yeah? So this is how much Bitcoin I'm getting every day. That's how much it's worth in US dollar. I don't care about this US dollar side. All I care about is accumulating more Satoshis than I would have done if I had just bought Bitcoin at the beginning. So, and I've tried to say this so many times, I put in $1,650 into HashFlare. Now at that point in time, Bitcoin was worth about $18,000. If I had just put my $1,650 and bought some Bitcoin, yeah, I could have held on to it. Obviously, it would have gone down anyway. But that would be, you know, if it was worth 18,000, and I wanna, is it divide by 1650? I don't think that's right. I would have received, that's about 10%. So I would have received 0.1 of a Bitcoin. and that's it. I would still be sitting here today if I'd done that with 0.1 of a Bitcoin. I have already withdrawn more than that from HashFlare, so I've accumulated more Satoshi. Now you could say, yeah, but Glenn, that Satoshi's, you know, back in the day that was worth a lot more, and now it's worth half the amount. But I don't care about the US dollar equivalent. I would have had 0.1 of a Satoshi, Bitcoin, sorry, 10% of a Bitcoin that I could have just bought outright. I would have had that. I would still have it today. It really wouldn't be doing anything for me. Obviously, it halved in price, and then it's slowly going back up again. But with HashFlare, I've already withdrawn 0.1 of a Bitcoin, and now in the next sort of probably, I don't know, 20 days, 30 days, I'm going to withdraw another 0.05 of a Bitcoin. So I'm going to have 0.15 of a Bitcoin. So I'm already up, and I've still got another 7-8 months with this contract. I started it either the end of November, beginning of December. Let's have a little look actually. So that will tell you contracts. Let's go back to my very first one. Is this how you view it properly? Amount. These ain't the right ones. Where's my original? Oh no, purchases. Am I looking at the right thing? Oh, here we go. So, yes. I've got it actually in... Oh no, this is withdrawals. Oh God, I'm messing this up big time, aren't I? There it is. So, if you add up, that's my 1,575 plus 150 plus $1.50. If you add those up, it comes to 16.50, I believe. Time you take out the Bitcoin fees and stuff like that. And that's how much I put into HashFlare. It doesn't say how much that was worth in BTC at the time, which is a shame. I wish I could see that. I know it does. So look, you can see here. Oh, it was even less than 0.1 of a Bitcoin. 1575 US dollar at that point in time was worth 0.09. So I've actually already withdrawn more Satoshis than I would have got if I just hodled my original Bitcoin. That's the point I'm trying to make. If you have the vision that Bitcoin is going to be worth X amount in so many years, your biggest goal in life is to accumulate as many Satoshis as possible. And even with like Envian, obviously they're going to pay us out in Ethereum. I'm going to probably convert that, depending on what the price of Bitcoin, Ethereum doing at that time. I'll convert that into Bitcoin. And my goal is always to accumulate more Bitcoin. If the price of Envian tokens went up enough, I would take some out as US dollar, and then the rest I'd put into Bitcoin. You know, with this Bitcoin private, I'll see what that's worth, and then I'll convert it into Bitcoin. It's all about accumulating as many Satoshis as possible. The HashFlare history is confusing. Beamer searching up and coming. So Travis, sorry if I'm not too good at explaining. So what I'm trying to say is, let me go back to that page, my history. This is when I made my original HashFlare investment. As I always do, and I always say this, whenever I try something out, I try it with very small amounts first to see if stuff starts happening. And you know, it did. I put in $1.50. It worked, and I thought, well, that was quite an easy, painless process. Then I put in $150, and then I put in $1,575. At that point in time, because the price of Bitcoin, sorry if I'm repeating myself, I just want to make sure this is clear. At the point in time when I transferred this over on the 11th of December 2017 at 2:45, if you go back and have a look at Bitcoin price, I believe it was worth $17,000 to $18,000. So that means that amount of US dollar was worth 0.09. If I had just bought some Bitcoin off Coinbase with that amount of money, and I just left it. So I just left it. I would go back to Coinbase today and I would still have 0.09. The amount of Bitcoin you have doesn't just keep going up. The amount of US dollars it's worth goes up or down. So I would still have 0.09, which right now would be worth $900 in my books. My goal was to always accumulate more of this. I want to accumulate more Bitcoin than I had. So my original investment in US dollars was to accumulate more Bitcoin. Then obviously all of these are reinvestments. So every day I reinvested every day. But this was my initial purchase that I used my credit card for to buy HashFlare mining. I have already withdrawn, as you guys can see from my withdrawal history, 0.107. So I've already bought more, I've accumulated more Satoshis, which as we know now, that is now, let's see, my GDAX account, trade view. You can see here, because of this whole ZClassic thing, is now I've only got 0.052. So I've actually spent 500 of it, which is why I feel deflated, because that's my HashFlare money that took me a while to accumulate. But never mind. Never mind. We'll see what Bitcoin Private's worth. Hey. Good morning, Team BitGlen. Welcome, Crypto Rising. Follow him on Twitter. He loves the Twitter. So yeah, I've accumulated more Satoshi than what I would have done if I just bought Bitcoin and held on to it. That's the point I'm trying to make. So for me, I've been very happy with HashFlare. Now you could obviously put that into a calculator and say, well, hang on a minute, that's worth $1,000 there, whereas that was also worth $1,000 at that point in time. But obviously Bitcoin's halved in price pretty much since then. So I've been very happy with that. And bearing in mind, obviously this contract started on the 10th of December, so that means I've got until the 10th of December this year. All these reinvestments I've done, they've obviously got a year from whenever their dates are. So I've got a good, what we're in now, it's the 1st of March, so with 3 months in, so I've got March, April, May, June, July, August, September, October, November, and then a couple of days in December. So I've got 9 and a bit months of mining left. So if I get another, even if it's 0.1, I've doubled the amount of Satoshis that I got from the beginning. To me, that was the goal, and that's what I wanted to achieve. And I hope people understand that. I'm sorry I've spent so long explaining that. No, I understand all that. I'm just saying to look back and find dates and trying to calculate HashFlare can be confusing. Yeah, it is a bit mind-boggling actually. But it does say at the top here in each section which what you're looking at. So just read that, and then you can go back your pages. But yeah, it jumps about a lot, makes it harder to read. So yeah, now HashFlare has got a discount, so I believe they are going to be more profitable. Well, they will be more profitable because price of Bitcoin's gone up and the fees for HashFlare have gone down. So, you know, roles reversed to what happened a couple months ago. So actually, this might be a good time actually to, if I wanted to buy more hash power. So let's see, how much would that get me? I've got 0.019. That would get me that amount, 110 gigahashes. Is that right? No, that's not right. Oh, I'm looking at the wrong balance. I've got 0.01. So 8 to get me, yeah. It'll get me an extra 1.1 terahash if I bought it now, but then there's 10% discount. So instead of it being $198, it'll actually be $19 less than that. So it'll actually be about $170. So might be able to get a little bit more, might be able to get 1.2 terahashes. That would put me up to 22.6, or I don't know. I'll have to think about that. I'll have to work out what the profitability is of them at the moment. Trex just got listed on Bittrex and it's had a 15% gain. So get into some, it's cheap at 5 cents. Use the code too. Yeah, that's what I mean. Yeah, if you use the code. So that's my view on HashFlare. I haven't actually labelled this video HashFlare, but if I did, I'd probably get more views. I've talked about Bitcoin Private. We've talked about Envying. I think I've talked about everything this morning. Sorry if this video has gone on too long. I seem to say that every video. Trex, you're saying Trex. I don't know what Tron is, and I hear a lot of people brag about it, and I know they do referral bonus and stuff like that. So it would be beneficial for me to sort of start selling, you know, shill this stuff to you guys, but yeah, I don't know anything about it. To be honest, I'm not too fussed about it. But he is right, it's up 15%. Let's have a little look on the exchanges. So it's on Binance. 5 cent. Let's have a look at the overall charts in the last, let's say, 1 month. So it was up to 5 cent before actually. Oh, and again there. But it's gone right down now. It's going back up to where, yeah, to me that it's not too exciting. That's exciting. It went from like 3 cent to, let's have a look, 27 cent. Big gains. Yeah, I'm not too sure about Tron yet. Tron Force on Twitter, no bonus with Trex, use the code too. Oh, was it not? I thought it was one of them referral ones. To be honest, I've tried to stay clear of ones that sell their way. I think it's really hard actually, because I think that referral bonuses, and I'm not just talking about me, I'm talking about the whole sort of space. Say if there was I know they did a bounty program or something like that, but if there was like a referral bonus, I would be saying, here guys, don't forget to use my link, join Envying and da-da-da-da. That leads obviously to a bad sales environment, which is down to the, you know, the people. That's their choice. Obviously, we've seen that with BitConnect. But it work. It does get the word out there. It's a shame if there's no way you can police it where people have to be honest and that. But I don't know how you would do that, but it does seem to work. You know, if Envying said, right, we're going to do a referral thing, and you know, if you use this code, you get 3% off of something. I don't know. Oh, like Genesis Mining. Genesis Mining. Now that's a complete legitimate business. I don't think there's any scam going on there, but that's a great way of putting your name out there. How many YouTubers have you seen? Oh, Genesis Mining's amazing, blah, 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 blah. Use my link down below, you get 3% off. 3%, that's nothing. But it works. It gets people talking about it. It gets people earning money. So it is a good way of doing it. But a lot of them use that to obviously try and sell a load of shit. So that's why I've generally tried to stay clear of it. Obviously I do it with HashFlare, but I sort of believe in HashFlare and I trust HashFlare. Whereas the others have to earn my trust first. You really need to have a deeper look at Tron Trex. Check out my Twitter feed. I know you like to plaster it everywhere, Crypto Riser. I've seen your post, and I was thinking about it today actually, because you posted an article about it, and you mentioned about the 15% increase. That's what made me start thinking about Tron. I'll have a little read into it, and I'll see what it says. That's it really, guys. Unless there's something else you want me to talk about or show you quickly in the chats, I'll call it there. Trex is a pump and dumper. The white paper was copy plastered. Look it up. Oh, was this the one that someone said, oh, they've copied... Was it Charlie Lee said that they've copy and pasted our white paper? Yeah, I'm not interested in that, to be honest. I want to invest in companies that I can see a long-term future for, and obviously earn money from it. If it's just, I don't know, it's really hard. It is hard because you could have a shit coin, like say Verge. A lot of people dump on Verge, but I think their marketing's really good. Every time I check Twitter, there's about 10 different things about Verge. And it makes me think, oh yeah, Verge is alright shit. And they like talk about like, so if you're good at marketing, If you're a good company but shit at marketing, it doesn't matter how good you are, unless word of mouth gets out there. You know, like Envian, I believe Envian to be a really good company. I'm the only one making videos about it. Why is that? You know, like, why? I don't think they're as good at marketing, and that's what I think Envian's struggling with at the minute. Obviously, they've got Lorette doing like social media and stuff like that, but I don't know. I don't see much in the terms of marketing with them, which is a shame because I think they're. But like, you look at like that rock mining one. Every time I log into, might be because obviously I'm doing videos about that, but every time I go onto YouTube, one of their adverts pop up. Every time I go on Facebook or Twitter, one of their adverts come up, and I haven't even liked their pages. So I think, God, their marketing's really good. It really makes me think, yeah, actually, I should invest in these, even though I prefer Envian. So I think Envian do need to step their game up with marketing, actually. Tron would need mass adoption, and you would need zillions of them to make a decent profit. We're getting a bit of conversation going on about Tron here. Justin Sun is CEO of Forbes top 30 under 30 2 times, and he is partnered with Alabama. Now their offices are next door to each other, and he has tutored by Jack Ma of Alabama. Is this Tron you're talking about? Yeah, because they've partnered, didn't they? They've teamed up in some way. I still don't know what is Tron. Is it a privacy coin? Is it? I'll look into it later, guys. I'll have a read. I like to sit down and read a bit about it and watch YouTube videos about it and see what I think first. I mean to try and make some short-term gains for long-term. Tricks equals trash. Love it. Yeah, then you're getting into the realms of day trading, of just you're chasing the pump and dump coins then, aren't you? Which people can earn money off, don't get me wrong. And people can lose money on it as well. I think that's it, guys. So I'm going to try and convert my Bitcoin on Trade Satoshi for probably Litecoin or Verge, just because they've got cheap fees, and then I can withdraw it out of there. Then I've got to wait to see how long they're going to take to honour the Bitcoin private. Oh, there's, see, Tron are awesome at marketing as well. I see Tron stuff all the time. Look, there he is. Hey! If for you guys that don't know, the guy commenting saying under the name Crypto Rising, this is his Twitter. Follow him if you want, at JShaneOfficial. This was a really good video. This guy was talking about... I'll retweet it. If any of you follow me on Twitter, my name's BitGlen on Twitter. I'm going to retweet this and you can see it yourself. Really good video. And basically the guy's like, look, I don't really particularly like Bitcoin. I don't care about Bitcoin. But it is following a trend the same as railways, internet, biotech. What was the other ones he was saying? He was naming like a load of different like things that have happened in the stock market that actually change human history or big impacts on human evolution, if you like. And he was saying it's following the exact same trend as all them. And he said, I've seen, because he's been around for quite a while, as you can clearly see. He said, so I've put some money into it because, you know, it's following the same trend. Volatility and disruptive technology as those, and obviously those have all become massive. And then the reporter says at the end, oh well, you know, if you believe that, then maybe Bitcoin is the real deal. The snapshot for Bitcoin private has taken place. We know that all KuCoin users who had their BTC in KuCoin exchange will receive BTCP in their accounts in the following days. Thank you for your support. Something that I am gutted about. Fucking idiot Glenn. This is another mistake I've made. Obviously, I had, as I've shown you guys, I've got this 0.05 of a Bitcoin in GDAX. Obviously, I'm not going to receive, I'm not going to receive any Bitcoin private for that, which is not going to be a lot, but I wish I'd put that into either a coin or a wallet that I could get the private keys and copy it over. So that's a mistake on my behalf. I have to remember that in the future. Try and look past the FUD. Facts over FUD all day long. Tron Force, always my biggest holder so far. Long-term investment for massive gains in a 2-year. Trex for the win. Where do I add all my currencies to see the live total portfolio balance without logging into different accounts from different companies? Yeah, that's a tricky one actually, because there's no one real answer. You've got the main exchanges, Open Spirit, are Binance, Bittrex. They're the two that I sort of trust at the minute, although I haven't had much experience, as I said at the beginning of this video. Or your other choice is Exodus, depending on what you own in your wallet. They've just done an update for this, although they have high fees for converting coins. So Exodus is a free wallet. It's only on desktops though, so it won't work on your iPhone or iPad or anything like that. It only works on laptops as far as I'm aware. But you can see here it has loads of coins. So I've got my Litecoin, Bitcoin Cash, Bitcoin Gold. That's a new one they've just started doing. Bitcoin, Dash. They've got Litecoin, Ethereum, Ethereum Classic. They have a lot of coins on there. Some new ones, some old ones. If you want to see the full list, you have to go to settings and portfolio, assets, and you can actually tick the ones you want. So if you actually tick all of them, there is quite a lot. And as well as actual coins, they've just recently done an update to this. So they've started honouring or showing you can buy and sell ERC20 tokens. It'd be good if Envian was on here. I don't know if Envian are looking into that, but these are Ethereum assets. So these are like the ERC ones. You can see a few here. So you can buy Binance coin on there, token, sorry. Dragon, they've got Dragon Chain, V-Chain, Tron, so Tron's on there, Wax, Walton Chain, some big names in here, Polymath. And obviously you keep it all in there, and what it does is it actually shows you, this ring here is all silver at the minute because all my money, I've only got $29. That was a donation that someone had made. PJ, he donated £30 worth of Litecoin to me. In my description down below there's my addresses if any of you guys want to make donations. So he donated some money, but if say you owned like 50% Litecoin, 50% Aragon, this ring round here would be half blue, half silver. So it's very easy visually to see, right, okay, I've got 50% that, 50% this. It tells you your total, and you can actually change this if you want to US dollars, if you like, euros, whatever. There you go, so it's telling me how much that's worth in euros. Really, this is my favourite wallet. If they can bring this onto iOS, boom. I think that's going to be everyone's wallet that they use. And you can also exchange coins. So if I want to exchange that Litecoin, you would click on this one, you would go to Litecoin, and then you could change it to Ethereum if you want, and then you would go all. So that tells you how much Litecoin you've got, how much Ethereum you will receive, that's how much in dollars it's worth, and that's how much it'll be worth. Because remember, they take a fee. So obviously they're charging $2.34 for that exchange. And then you would click exchange and it will go blim blim and it would just do it all by itself. Really easy to use. One of my favourite wallets. But so what do you guys think? What are the best wallets out there? I think it has to be Exodus. Then for cheap exchange has got to be GDAX. Muhammad Ali says morning. You guys are just joining the video, but I'm actually wrapping up now. Saying that I saw on YouTube, it came up here saying that the live chat now should appear in the videos after I've recorded it. So the reason I put this group chat here is one, so I can read it and you guys can read it, you know, as well. But apparently it comes up your end anyway. So maybe I could do it where I can see that, but you can't. It'll give me more retail, more screen retail, to actually show internet with, but that's for me to figure out, not for you guys to worry about. Coin tracker, I've never heard of coin tracker. Make a spreadsheet. Check your Twitter, tagged you in some info. But that's it really, guys. I'm going to wrap up here because I only wanted to do a short video. Damn it, sorry. Go back and watch it from the beginning. I am going to do a video again once the Bitcoin private wallet comes out and I've actually received the Bitcoin, or when I'm trying to receive it, so I can video that experience with you guys. That may be later on today, that may be tomorrow. Tomorrow's a Saturday, I think. Yeah, so maybe tomorrow. But definitely at some point. Try Robinhood for free crypto buys if you get the app. Yeah, everyone bangs on about Robinhood. Yeah, I will try that. I'll download that after I get off this video, actually. And also I need to read about Tron, and I also need to do Trade Satoshi, and I also want to download Revolt because I was reading about them honouring... What I do want to know is a lot of people coming up with these really complicated ways of transferring. If I want to get that into actual British pounds into my bank, this is the way that I figured of doing it, is to actually sell my Bitcoin. So you can see here today that is worth 415 British pounds. I place the sell order. I have GBP. I then go over to Coinbase and then click withdraw. I don't know what their fees are because I've never done it. And then just put it onto my bank card. I thought that's got to be the easiest way. A lot of people saying transfer it to this website, convert it into euros, then convert it back, and then do this, do that. But I don't know. What do you guys think? Is it better? I just want the simplest way, I suppose. The reason I like Apple products is because they're simple to use and they work. Alright, they might not give you all the things that some of the other, but it works. It works. I used to work in a phone shop and we used to have people come in with HTCs. Oh look, I can stream, you know, Sky Sports from any country in the world, or I've got these apps that get me all the apps for free, which is great if you want to do that thing, but then half the time they had viruses, they crashed, you had to reset your whole phone, you lost all your family photos. With iPhone, generally, it's safe. Anyway, that's enough about Apple. GDAX and Coinbase, they work. It's simple, it's basic, they only have 4 coins that you can buy and sell from, but it works. Every time I've gone on this website, it generally works. When I place orders, it's instant. They're in there. Very low fees. The only downside is when you do it the other end at Coinbase, that's when they sting you with the fees. But does it work? Will the money be in there in 3 to 5 days? I don't know. I don't know if they will honour transferring British pounds into British banks. So if I want to withdraw, so if I add my accounts and I went to my British pounds and I click withdraw, I need to know how much the fees would be and how long it takes to go into my bank. I don't know that. I've never done that. But that might be my course of action. What do you guys think? Let me know. That's it from me, guys. Thank you for joining me on this live stream. I look forward to seeing you later on when Bitcoin Private is released. And don't forget to subscribe to this channel if you're new. I really want to hit the 1,000 subscribers. We've actually gone down 6 or 7 subscribers since I last checked, so that's not good. I want it to go in the opposite direction. Also, don't forget to give this video a thumbs up and follow me on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, all with the name BitGlen. I generally post, I would say most of my stuff is through Telegram and through Twitter. I've stepped back from Instagram a bit and Facebook, I suppose. It's really hard to keep up with like 5 different social medias at one time. So if you want to follow me, the best way is to click on the link down below for Telegram, download the app. You can either get it on your phone or on your on your desktop computer, and you can join in the conversation there. You can turn notifications off if you want, so you can just check it when you want, so you haven't got to keep seeing all the like notifications going. Otherwise your phone will end up looking like mine is now, pretty much all day long. But anyway, that's enough from me, and I'll see you guys on the next video. Bye guys.